This is the latest speaker from Amazon. It's also their best speaker by far. But it could be the hardest one to get hold of. I'll tell you why. So my friends, this is the new Echo Studio from Amazon. Now this is their high fidelity smart speaker with 3D audio and Alexa. Now we will get into that later and I will give you a demonstration of what that exactly is. But this speaker is £189.99 in the UK. It's $199 in the US. I will leave my latest affiliate links in the description so that you can check this out for yourself. But there is going to be a problem, guys, if you do want to buy this, and I'll come on to that in just a second. Now this comes in quite a substantial box. It looks really good, but then it's got this, which I don't know why they've done it. Who on earth is going to carry this around with them? It's a god-awful bag with that word on it, which just baffles me. Anyway, inside the bag is a really robust, almost Apple HomePod looking speaker with this little gap at the bottom, which I'll show you a little bit more later. Anyone familiar with the Echo Dot range will recognize the buttons and the controls on the top. And also you've got your far field and near field microphones so that you can be heard. This speaker really does have a very good weight to it as well. So it weighs 6 pounds or 3 kilos, just over in fact. And that gives you confidence that this is going to deliver some pretty good sound. But we'll test that in just a second. So there is a lack of connections on this speaker. There's just a 3.5mm mini optical line in, the power cable, and also a USB point, which at the moment we think is just for service. In the box are the usual bits and pieces that you never read, as well as the PowerPoint. Now this is wrapped in that same fabric, which if you're familiar with the Echo Dot 3rd generation, the Echo Plus, it's exactly the same. Now I'm just beginning to start to feel that this is beginning to look a little bit dated, but is that just me? What do you guys think? Leave a comment, dated or not, I'm not sure. So one of the main features or quirks, I guess, about this speaker is this little slot at the bottom. Now, this is to maximize bass output. You can actually see all the way through it if you get it just right, but we will be testing that also. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of this video that this is going to be the speaker which you can't buy, and that's because Amazon's stock is so low. So I've checked out Amazon's websites from across the world. In the UK, it's saying it's not going to be in stock until the 25th of December. You may be lucky in the US, December the 13th. Germany, it's now already pushed back to 2020, that's January the 7th, and that's going to be the same in Spain as well. You may be fortunate in Canada, because in Canada they're saying it's the 16th of December, so get ordering now. And in Italy and France again is back to January. So that really means that Amazon either didn't make enough of them and the pre-orders sold out because these are so popular, or they didn't make enough of them because they didn't think they'd sell enough of them. But in my opinion, when people hear this speaker, they will sell a lot. They will sell an awful lot of these because this is pretty special. Now this one speaker has 5 speakers built in. It has a 2-inch upward firing mid-range speaker on top. Then either side you also have 2-inch mid-range speakers, and then at the front you have a 1-inch forward-firing tweeter. But that's not where it ends, because what you need now is bass, and right at the bottom you get a huge 5.25-inch downward-firing subwoofer. Now with that bass aperture, that maximizes that bass output. Okay, so now let's get this thing set up. Now everything that you're going to hear is going to be recorded coming directly from this speaker. I'm not overlaying any music at all. So the opening jingle itself is about 1,000,000 times better than any other Amazon speaker, and certainly far better than the Apple HomePod. Far more bass, far more room filling.
Just a moment while I tune your Echo to match the acoustics of this room.
So there's also some clever technology built in. It will detect the type of room it's in and set those speaker levels accordingly. So hopefully in a smaller room it won't be too overpowering, and likewise it will be better in a larger room.
Your Echo is ready.
So guys, I decided not to do a step-by-step setup process, but if you would like me to do one of those, then just drop a comment below and I'll do another video at another time. Okay, so I picked a track from Epidemic Sound, which hopefully gives you a little bit of bass, a little bit of volume, a little bit of voice, and so you can see the clarity of this speaker. Let me know what your thoughts are.
If I can't have you, I don't want you to have anyone. And if you don't want me, there's something wrong with them, right? Maybe I got problems that I don't tell anyone. Have I lost my perception? Feel like I wanna do something wrong now. Packing all your belongings. Say you wanna take some time, but if you say we'll meet again, why'd you have to take everything now?
One unique feature with this speaker is 3D audio. Amazon do have some 3D audio tracks on their website, and on the app you can see that there's a section for stereo spatial enhancement. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you, I couldn't really tell much difference. There was a slight difference, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it was either better or worse. So maybe that's just a personal thing and you'll need to check it out for yourself. Another great feature is this does have Dolby Atmos built in, so if you've got the latest Fire TV Cube or you've got an Amazon Fire Stick 4K, you can do this.
Alexa, play Jack Ryan on Fire TV.
Here's Jack Ryan.
So this clip is provided to the press and media by Amazon to demonstrate this facility. I didn't actually think that the audio quality within their footage was particularly that good, and certainly in my test it was an awful lot better, and it did a sterling job. And again, I just think the fact that it's got Dolby Atmos, the fact that you can hook it up to your TV stick and your Fire TV Cube just gives Amazon maybe just another advantage if someone is comparing different brands and different speakers. If you are going to be considering your first speaker, then again, it might be worth spending a little bit extra because this will be able to do so much more. This speaker also has the built-in smart home hub, so that means that you can control both Alexa and also Zigbee compatible devices from the built-in speaker. You don't need to necessarily have a separate hub. So my friends, should you buy this speaker? Well, in my opinion, this is a no-brainer. This is by far the best speaker that Amazon have ever made. It's got the Zigbee controls built in, so that's brilliant. I'm not a great fan of the 3D audio. I thought that was a little bit gimmicky, but the actual sound quality, both for music, for speech, for movies, when you've hooked it up to your Fire TV Cube, was absolutely stunning. Plus, you can do everything that any other of these speakers can do. So for me, it's great value for money. My friends, thanks as always for watching this video. Check out the affiliate links in the description, and hopefully if it's not out of stock in your location, then you'll be able to pick this up. The very latest stock levels will also be in the link in the description. Thanks again, my friends. Look forward to seeing you on the next.